Welcome back to Bow News Network. We're actually covering a special um, storm occurrence in the Northwest. We're taking a closer look at storms in the region of Montana. If you're new to this channel, why not just go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to our channel? Yeah, so we're actually taking a closer look here at the weather for actually going into later part of tonight into tomorrow. We're actually tracking some really powerful thunderstorms in the region of Montana, and also we're taking a closer look at what's actually happening with possible scattered thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast. As we already know, the temperatures along the Gulf of Mexico are pretty hot right now. We're looking at in the region of 80 degrees and higher for sea surface temperatures. So that is going to be the prescription for additional heavy thunderstorms along the coast for south central as well as southeastern Texas, along the coastline for Louisiana as well as New Orleans area, possibly Mississippi, and going up into Arkansas. As we take a closer look here, we can also see those storms that were affecting the area of the northeast for Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, that were pretty much bringing a lot of significant rain to that region earlier today. Those storms have actually drifted off into the Atlantic coast, but we do anticipate that there will be additional precipitation in that area as the low pressure system that hasn't been anchored sort of in the region of the Four Corners continues to influence the weather in the Central Plains, and it will be an ongoing issue, especially with the high level of heat index and low level moisture that's actually in the region. We can take a closer look at what's actually happening with the marginal risk area, and we see that North Dakota as well as the region of Montana has been in the has been under the radar as far as additional thunderstorm activity. We do see some marginal risk for the Northeast, but as we said, at this particular time, those showers have pretty much drifted off into the Atlantic coast. What we're actually taking a closer look at right now is a thunderstorm in the region of Billings in Montana, and severe thunderstorm activity, quite a lot of cyclonic activity possibly. We're not quite sure if there are going to be any tornado advisories in the region, but we are seeing some pretty heavy thunderstorm cells in the region of Montana. We can actually see near the region of Circle, Montana, and also Glasgow, Montana, significant storm activity. We do see some cells in the region of Poplar that are actually showing up with hail from about a half of an inch to an inch in size. But many of the residents, in addition to local spotter radar, is popping up showing very, very strong thunderstorm activity in the region, as well as very, very strong cells in that region also. But this entire zone is under watch by the Storm Prediction Center based on the conditions that were issued earlier on today. But we will continue to monitor these cells. If you take a look at the cells that are actually moving through at this particular time through Jordan into the region of also other on the state line. So we're actually taking a closer look at these supercell thunderstorms coupled with hail and very, very damaging winds in the region of Montana. As we go forward into the weekend, it's important for us to really take a closer look at what we can expect from temperatures wise, and here are some of the maximum temperatures that you can expect for going into Saturday and Sunday. And as you can see, folks, Most of the severe weather we're actually taking a closer look at are in the southeast. Temperatures anchor deeply in the area of central Georgia in the 90s. In the Carolinas, we see upper 80s. We also see upper 80s in the region of Virginia and West Virginia going into Pennsylvania. But it's no comparison to the heat index for the people that are going to be felt out into Central California. We do see that in the center of California, temperatures are touching along the region of 105 to 102, but along the coast near Los Angeles and San Jose, temperatures are hovering somewhere between the low 70s to the low 80s. If you take a closer look at temperatures for like Las Vegas, it's going to be a very hot weekend for visitors, residents in Nevada. We're looking at 105 to 108 possibly, and also there's also significant heat being felt by residents in the area of Utah, as well as Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, 106. When it comes to the central of Texas, we do see the mid 70s to upper 90s, upper 80s. And that area is a very, very high dew point. So we anticipate there's going to be additional thunderstorm activity in that region as the trough that was affecting the southeast actually moved off into the Atlantic coast. We do anticipate that there's going to be a little bit more cyclonic activity in the region of eastern Texas going into Louisiana, and we will continue to monitor the Storm Prediction Center as far as what to expect for additional severity of storms. But keep in mind, the eastern side of the country very, very, very saturated with high humidity, as also very, very high dew points, especially along the Gulf Coast. And we see those temperatures. If you can actually notice the temperatures in the Gulf Coast, just a few days ago, we were in the upper 70s. Now we're scraping along 81, 82 degrees for sea surface temperature. And this is very, very warm body of water. And as we get closer to the start of summer, we're going to see the warmth of that body of water, which always fuels very, very extreme thunderstorm activity. And of course, it serves as fuel for a lot of the hurricane and cyclonic activity that often develops in the Caribbean that targets Florida, also severely targeted the region of Texas, Louisiana last year for the 2020 hurricane season. So we are paying very, very close attention to the actual temperature, sea surface temperature of the Gulf of Mexico. We're also paying very, very close attention to storm activity along the Gulf Coast, and also, of course, Caribbean for any of the starter cells for that could eventually develop into a depression and then a tropical storm and then possibly a hurricane. But as far as the continental United States, things are warming up pretty quickly. We even see in states that have been ravaged by the drought in the region of North Dakota and South Dakota. Those are temperatures in the mid 90s, folks, and this is in the northern section of the United States. So this area is very, very dry. Coupled with the drought monitor in the southwest, there's also significant drought activity in the northern states such as South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, also Montana. Keep in mind also other states in that region are also plagued by severe drought. So it's definitely something that we're going to be looking at and considering going in. But for residents in the Montana area, we're seeing some severe thunderstorm activity at this time. We anticipate possibly that we will get more notifications from local spotted reports of increased hail, possibly 1 inch or higher hail in the region of Lewistown or Harleton or even Billings, Montana. But we do see some really significant thunderstorm activity in this region, and coupled with the increased heat that we anticipate for the weekend, we're going to see some very powerful thunderstorm activity, not only in the north, but also in along the plain states, along the coastal region of Texas, Louisiana, as well as as well as southern Mississippi, Alabama, possibly even Georgia. Folks, take a closer look at even Florida, northern Florida. They're wrestling with temperatures that are 94 degrees and higher. Daytona Beach, Central Florida, Orlando. So, of course, we're all rushing to get back to normality. And those who are visiting Florida or Orlando area are looking at battling and wrestling with temperatures in the low 90s. So things are definitely warming up as we get closer to the start of the summer season. So this is actually Bow News Network, and we will continue to bring more information about the weather directly to you. Of course, please by all means go ahead and smash that like button if you like this content, share it with others, and then also please remember to subscribe to our channel.